All right, moving on. First review of the show. We're gonna go with Turning Red.
Turning red,
baby.
turning red.
Who's taking the synopsis?
I think Zeus should do it in like an 8-year-old's voice.
Yeah, I love. Yeah,
Did you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That is.
First of all, she was.
That is everything.
First of all, they were 13.
That is.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to drop it even further down.
I didn't realize that my Wednesday was gonna be so great. And this is.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there was nothing more that I needed on a Wednesday than
Than
his
this.
Zeus.
Yeah.
There was synopsis as a 13-year-old. There was nothing more. My Wednesday is now
You got
complete.
it, Zeus. You got it under control, man.
What's her name?
Me. That's her name, innit? Me, yeah.
Meilin.
A 13-year-old girl named Meilin turns into a giant red panther whenever she gets too excited.
Panther.
Panda.
Sorry, Gaffney, from the top, please.
Yeah,
Sorry, from the top. You've got to give the people the right information.
Complete wrong movie, bro. We've been watching a complete different
Madam
movie.
was said Wakanda forever there, boy. All right.
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
childish.
we'll
no?
Yeah,
take
that was
that.
definitely. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so this one is the new Pixar one. I want to say new. It's been out for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like you
weeks
lot been talking
this
about
month.
this one
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
hot
come
minute.
back this month.
for time.
I literally only watched it though, like 2 days ago.
Okay, cool. You'd heard about it though.
Oh yeah, because you lot kept talking about it, and
Right.
there's some posters everywhere.
Yeah. So the thing with this is
Pixar.
directed by Pixar.
Yeah.
Who they don't do Pixar ever not deliver?
Yeah, Cars 2, 3.
Yeah, but that wasn't. Was that not delivering, or was that just not as good?
Okay, maybe for us, I mean, for those that love Cars, that's probably the best things trilogy they've seen in their life.
All right,
I
so
mean, I know you like Toy Story 4.
No, bro.
wait, let me just put it out there since we're here early. Is Pixar the best at storytelling and hidden messages?
Animation.
Yeah, and
Well,
hidden messages.
I don't think there's anyone above Pixar, really, is there?
Nah, I think Pixar have mastered the craft
Yeah,
of
I think
giving you
Pixar
animation for the
are-
kids. But we, as adults and parents
Yeah.
and whatever, could go watch a Pixar
Yeah,
film. And
they
take
like-
something out of
But
there.
even in terms of like the story, the underlining stories,
Yeah.
Oh, the
always
themes
are
and
like
stuff.
there's
there's always
some
some
good
kind
stuff,
of
yeah.
message.
Pixar. That's what I was saying. Do they
Yeah.
ever like miss? Like there's some that aren't as good as others, but do they ever release a dead?
I don't
movie?
think so.
But I
don't
think
think
they're their own. I think they are their own worst enemy because they've raised the bar so high
Yeah.
that anything that doesn't reach that bar, like he was alright, but it's still a serviceable movie.
Can I ask a question? It's a bit off topic of this, yeah, but is Incredibles better than Toy Story 3?
Don't know, bro, but Incredibles is a sick. Incredibles has to be. It's a top 3.
I would have
Pixar.
to watch them back to back and then decide. But off the top, I'm gonna go with. That's a hard one, man. I feel like
That's hard.
because I feel like I should go with Toy Story, but Incredibles was hard. What
Incredibles was a Fantastic Four movie we've been waiting to get for years. You know, like if you really think about it.
Incredibles was hard.
But Toy Story 3, the build up, bro, and that scene when they
Bro,
was
that's what I'm.
Damn,
There's
man.
no better scene in Pixar
Alright,
history
yeah.
than that scene in Toy Story 3.
Nah,
Like, there's nothing better.
the man them I was with in the cinema at that time. I didn't see them like that before in
Bro,
my life.
I genuinely thought what we're doing here. Like, this is not supposed to be a horror. Like,
Yeah.
why are we? Like, why all the toys dying? Like,
Bro, I won't say his name because I know he wants to keep his reputation up. I remember my brethren grabbed my arm and it's like, fam, I can't deal with this, you know. And as they were going for, he started squeezing. I said, yo, fam, I need my arm, brethren. He's like, no. And he was like,
but I'm saying Incredibles never. But we're going off. But Incredibles, I don't even know a bit in Incredibles like that. Like what?
There's not much bits in films like or
But what
animation like
what
that.
was
though.
in Incredibles that was like? Yeah,
It's There's a lot, but we're not.
there's a
gonna go
live.
into it.
There's a live in there
There-
somewhere.
there's-
There's a
yeah,
live.
there
There's an
is.
Insta live
Yeah.
in there. There's Insta. All right, sorry. Okay, that
well,
was
the mum
me
was
digressing.
hot, but we're digressing. So.
She had hips. I'm digressing. Director of this, Domi Shi, you may know her name because she also directed. Why are you laughing, man?
No, I'm looking at our special guest here. I'm drawn to.
Yeah,
I
because-
got a thing for dogs. I'm always easily distracted by dogs. Sorry. Some
She
professional side.
also directed. I hope I say this right. Bow.
Bow.
Sorry,
yeah.
Bow. Is that how you pronounce it? Bow.
Yeah, bow.
BAO.
Yeah. It's not Bell.
No, it's bow.
Meilin.
Bow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Man, count in Spanish, man.
and that won the Oscar for
Yeah.
best short. Yeah. And you ain't watched it, but you have, and it was cold. Like, it was,
Yeah, I ain't watched it. I heard about it, but I didn't
it
watch
was really
Heartwarming,
good.
man.
It was really good. Yeah, it was heart wrenching.
It might even thaw your...
Nah, this guy's
Ice
a
cold.
robot, blood.
Yeah?
You ain't-
Okay,
no,
so
You're
this
just
guy's
mad
a
soft, bro.
robot,
As
bro.
you were, man. You hear me? As you were.
Some
You know, you
robot.
always got to get deep into some emotions over some bullshit, man. You
robot.
hear me? It's like, crying like
Motionless.
some
Take the
bitch
heart.
asses, man. Better man up, man up.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hey,
So that toxic masculinity.
Whatever,
over there.
man.
some of them watch
Yeah.
that. There might be a slap to them.
Yeah.
Something like, you see what I mean?
The main person that I think most people will know in this is Sandra Oh.
Yes.
Her Killing Eve, and she also got that movie that. What was the one that you? The one you sent
so there's
me?
two. There's
Yeah.
is
Mama. Is it Mama?
Yeah.
Mama.
And then there's a Everything Everywhere All at Once,
That's
which is
just
yet
come
to
out,
come out.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
but
coming,
people
yeah.
are raving up,
Yeah,
bruv.
yeah.
The
I've
directors
seen
of
the
The
trailers,
Matrix apparently tweeting and said, "Oh my gosh, this is probably one of the best things." And
I
was
see
like,
the trailers. It does what's it.
Oh no, what you're trying to say is shit. I wish we had made
Wish
The
we-
Matrix
yeah,
as
yeah,
good
like
as
this.
this. But yeah, you seen the trailer? It looks sick, innit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So who wants to start with this one?
All right. When I first heard about this, no, not when I first heard about it. When I last heard about it, because you lot have been speaking about it.
Yeah.
I heard about it. I heard something about it. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it, and they said that this is about a girl getting her period.
Yep.
And so I was kind of baffed because you lot had been talking about it, but no one had mentioned that.
No, suppose it.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, and then obviously I clocked on the name and I was like, kind of makes sense. So I watched this, was like, I didn't know how I was going to take this.
Yeah,
Now I know that piece of information. I'm like,
yeah.
What do I do with this? I don't have no children. I don't have a little sister. I'm like, this ain't like, I feel like I know what I need to know now because I learned last year.
Yeah.
I'm still learning about periods. It's weird. But anyway,
What are you learning?
just how they work and
How they work.
What's it, Harvey? Or something?
Hold on, wait. Should we not know how girls' periods work?
Yeah, but
That,
what do you
you
mean?
said
How they?
bro. You said two different things. You said they, as it like made it sound like it's the Avengers or an army or the Shatari or something. Like,
What?
it's
What
a-
do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, how it works, like from like, you know what it is? It's right.
Well, what do you mean? How does it work?
Like in terms of like how they deal with their period and shit, bro.
okay.
Like how they deal with it in terms of like
Sometimes
when
it's
it
good
comes
Like
to
what they use to do it and
emotions,
shit.
yeah, what they use, different things they can use. Like I didn't know there were so many different tools you can use.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh, hold on, wait. What's going?
So the company, they
What's going on?
come together and they
Oh,
provide the
come on, man,
tools.
you making it worse, man. They, them, it. You know what it is, man.
Oh my
Come on,
god.
man.
said tools.
Hold on, wait. Equipment.
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off the periods we
Coming out
go.
with spades and forks and shit.
Here's a basin to put the mixture in. Bro,
Hold on, wait.
you're out of
I'm
control.
sorry, you don't. So what's the right word then? What's the right word? Yeah. Hold on, wait.
Products, yeah, products, yeah.
Ah, whatever, man.
Equipment.
Like you're building a transformer. Let's get the equipment to him. Bro. Oh my gosh. Nah.
I said tools.
You said the president that is going you'll have a
my
funny
God.
Wednesday and
Nah.
Zush is not letting us down at all.
It is what it is. So
Right,
yeah.
Just be learning.
Yeah, I'll be learning, be
Clearly.
educated. So I was like, maybe I need a bit of this, you get me, to finish off my little education.
Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah, and then I heard they were just talking about it was about puberty and blah 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 blah. So I started it. How did I feel about this film when I first started it? I really didn't know what to expect, but I thought it was gonna be epic. The way you lot were talking about it, like everyone was talking about it, and I was a bit baffed as to why you lot were talking about it so much. So I was thinking it must be like that film, innit? Like that one. I wasn't super intrigued by this. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't super intrigued. I was a bit confused at where they was at first. At first, I thought they were in somewhere.
Oriental.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then all the characters, there was just loads of different characters, like from so many different places. I was like, yeah, me. as mad as that may sound, I thought, well, they can't be this side of the world.
Nah.
So,
No, but Toronto is a very multicultural place. Yeah.
Well, I clocked during the thing where they was, because you saw the flag, and I saw like a monument that I seen. This wasn't my favorite Pixar film. It wasn't my favorite. There was a few good scenes in it. I got the message a little bit, but mainly because I'm wondering if I would have got the message if I just watched it and I didn't know what the message was going to be.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have got that. I thought it was a lot more to do with like the friendship. The friendship was quite interesting. You know what? I wish I never heard what it was about.
So do I. I
watched
wish you never heard, and I wish it hadn't been gassed up to you because if it hadn't, I think you would have been sitting on the side of the fence where I'm sitting, saying this fucking slapped. Like this movie was sick. Like I thought it was. There was nothing I didn't like about this movie. Generally, I'm baffled to know like what more they could have added or what was bad in it that they should have taken away. I think they nailed almost everything that they needed to nail. They nailed the friendship properly. They nailed the heart-wrenching moments. They nailed the like little action bits. They nailed the comedy bits. Like I don't really have a bad word to say about this movie. I think it was wicked. Like I really enjoyed it from start to finish. I loved how I really liked the friendship between the friends and this, that, and how it went like up and down and even the part where, do you know where she lied? She lied to her mum about the friends and this, that. Do you get me? Because she didn't want the mum to be like, oh, this is what my daughter's like now, blah, blah, blah. I thought, even when like they had the madness with the boy, at the shop. At the shop, when the mum was like, "Oh, don't," I was like, my, like I was like cringing. I was like, "Oh my gosh, no!" Do you get me? Like, and the whole school dynamic and this, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I can't. I'd be super petty and nitpicking if I start saying stuff like, "Oh, I didn't like the dress that certain people were wearing and shit." And that's where I sit. And I had nothing about this movie. I literally just put it on and watched it.
Yeah. Now I hear you, man. I feel the same way you feel. I think, again, when we talk about hidden messages in a movie, especially Pixar ones, I think the message in this one was that your friends are a reflection of who you are. And whenever you're getting to a point of no return, if you think about your friends, they can just, because there was a time they was really testing her. They'll show the pictures of puppies. They'll show us pictures of like wastelands and that, climate change. And she was going to explode. And then she just zen the moment and thought about her friends. And it just brought her right back to where she needs to be. Yeah. And I think that was definitely a thing of like, you know, the importance of friendship and having the right friends and stuff. And I, as someone who ain't got kids, I was like, man, if I had a daughter, this would be like, I'll just tell Mumsy, like, Mum, go chill with your friends and whatever. Let me and my daughter have some father-daughter time. Sit there and what I would have probably enjoyed it even more. Because, again, the point of it's called turning red. And she turns into a panda. But she's dealing with puberty. She's dealing with boys. Typical girl, she's got a band or an artist that she's infatuated with, willing to move heaven and earth for, to go and see live. And that scene when I was walking by and the guy was in the shop, they were being typical girls. All of us was peeking and he was like, oh my gosh, he's so great. And then me was like, he looks like a homo. And then there was a short one who was proper feisty. She was just like a really hot homo. And it was just like, oh, it was great. It was great. I'll happily watch it again.
All right, so you just said something which I think was what was stopping me from, and it's not that I didn't like this film. I just didn't think it was
as good as we thought it was.
Yeah,
okay, fair enough.
But I think there's something that was. It's the fact that someone told me what it was about, and you said something which was just lingering in the back of my head, which was stopping the film from going forward. Was okay. I heard this was about her, like going through puberty, and let's just say like her having her period or whatever not. Whenever they were testing her from stopping from turning red and she thought about her friends, I was thinking, what does thinking about your friends have to do with you going through your period? That's what was baffling.
Well, I thought that was her.
Like, I couldn't understand why that was her serenity.
I don't. Yeah, but see, the fact that you've been told that it's about her
That's
period
what I'm saying.
has marred you, and you think the whole film is about her
Yeah,
period.
all right,
I don't think it
well,
was.
no, I didn't think that, but
No, I know,
but
but
that
you
was
think-
a running,
yeah, but-
that was a running theme. I just kept thinking, all right, this is, and so it was good in terms of like everything you mentioned in terms of them showing, like I like the girls with like they represented different emotions, so it was like different friends. Obviously the boy band noticed that. So it was very like, that's why when you said read it as an 8-year-old, I was like, but this was very heavily about like you going into your teens, you get me? So I noticed that, but I think it was the fact that I heard what I heard, and so that was in the back of my head. So whenever certain things kept happening, I'm trying to connect the dots to that. And realistically, it's, you get me, it's a bit more than just that. Well, it's a lot more than just that.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
But because I was told that, it's like it was hard.
But
to,
I think they
it was
set
silly,
up.
but-
I think they set up that thread about her, the importance of her friends, from early, from like maybe like the first or second scene. They really let you know this is about a girl and it's her friends. Like, I didn't even think her friends were like co-stars. I just felt like they were on par with her. But obviously, she was like the lead. Like, you know, in the Avengers, you got your main 4 hitters, and then along comes Hawkeye. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was like that. And I get what you're saying. I didn't know. I just saw the advert. It's like something happens, because the way they painted it in the advert, it's like there's something in the family history that happens every certain amount of years, and whoever's the young one in the family turns into a panda.
Yeah.
But it's only when you saw it, I was like, hold on a minute. What? And then she was under the bed looking at these pictures of the guy, because she kept... I was like, oh, snap. Are they kind of indirectly implying that she, you know...
Yeah.
I don't have to say it, but you know what I'm saying.
It's definitely a dope show to watch with your kids. Like, it's definitely a dope film, should I say?
Yeah.
To watch, especially if you got kids around that age or whatever. Not even just the girls. Like, it's a good film to watch.
I found a small critique.
Go on.
I wish we had more of the father.
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't think I know what you're saying, but I don't feel like it was necessary.
Okay,
I think the father played the perfect part that he needed
the
to
part
play
at the end.
like,
When he gave that speech, I was
because
like,
you know what? Yeah, like I ain't got a daughter.
I guess that was the most important part, really.
I haven't got a daughter. Yeah, so I'm not too sure how the father gets involved in that thing. I feel like sometimes there's situations that happen with kids where it's heavily the father has to die. This is your dad has to deal with it. You get me? And then there's some situations where the mum has to deal with it. And I
he
feel like
walked away a couple of times.
yeah,
didn't he?
because I feel like, you know, like, man, like, what do I say here? Like, I can't even relate. You get me? I can't even relate. I can't tell you nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think he played the perfect part. It
was interesting how they did that, though, to make you realize why he couldn't relate, because it was something that happened in her family.
Yeah, this is what, bro,
that
the
represented
underlying,
something.
bro, the layers,
but to be honest, that's why I asked the question at the beginning, because this film did make me think a lot of that.
Yeah.
You hear me? There was a lot of hidden messages, and did you get that? This actually meant this, and boom, boom, boom. And that's what made me say, is Pixar the best at doing that? Because that's one thing they always deliver in their films. Good or bad, there is always a
message.
There is always a gem in there somewhere.
All right, cool. Is it a watch it or is it not?
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. Like I said, it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's in my top Pixars. You hear me? And I was getting that energy from before, but I'm like, I don't know if I'll put this in my top 3, but it was really good. It was really good. So let's watch it.
I'm going to say it's a watch it. I like the dynamics of everyone. I like the aunties in there, so the aunties were funny.
Aunties were funny. We didn't even mention
Yeah, the aunties were funny, especially at the end. No spoiler, but at the end, the aunties really come into they come into it. Now it's definitely a watch it for me. I think at the moment it's definitely one of the best things I've watched for 2022. It might be in my top 10 at the end of the year, but we got a long way to go. But it's a good start. So yeah, 100%. It's a watch it from me.
Yeah, it's a massive watch it from me as well. Like I said, there's not much that I can say that I didn't like about this, which is quite rare. So yeah, big watch it from me.